Vampires, immortal creatures of the night, lurking in the shadows, feeding on the blood of the living. These legendary beings have existed in folklore for centuries, representing both fear and fascination. Whether depicted as monstrous predators or tragic romantic figures, vampires have captivated audiences across generations. Cinema has given us countless interpretations of these nocturnal beings, from gothic horror to modern reimaginings. Today, we're counting down the top 10 best vampire movies of all time, a mix of classics, cult favorites, and unique takes on the genre. Let's begin. 10. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, 2014. A black and white Iranian vampire western? Sounds unlikely, but A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night is a mesmerizing mix of horror, noir, and art house cinema. The film follows a lonely vampire in a ghost town, preying on those who deserve it. With its hypnotic cinematography and moody soundtrack, it's a hauntingly beautiful and unique entry into the vampire genre. 9. Humanist Vampire Seeking Consenting Suicidal Person, 2023. With a title that immediately grabs attention, this fresh indie film flips the vampire mythos on its head. It follows a young vampire who refuses to kill, seeking only those who want to die. Mixing dark humor with emotional depth, it explores themes of morality, loneliness, and existential crisis in a way that feels both fresh and thought-provoking. 8. Thirst, 2009. From the director of Oldboy, Thirst is a brutal yet poetic take on vampirism. It tells the story of a priest who becomes a vampire after a failed medical experiment, leading him into a tragic love affair. It's violent, erotic, and philosophical, pushing the boundaries of vampire lore with its stunning visuals and moral dilemmas. 7. The Lost Boys, 1987. The Lost Boys blends horror and teen rebellion in the ultimate 80s vampire flick. Following two brothers who move to a new town plagued by a gang of stylish, blood-sucking punks, this film delivers a perfect mix of horror, comedy, and rock and roll energy. With its iconic soundtrack and unforgettable performances, it's a cult classic that still holds up today. 6. Only Lovers Left Alive, 2013. If vampires were immortal intellectuals, Only Lovers Left Alive is what their life would look like. Tilda Swinton and Tom Hiddleston play ancient vampires navigating the modern world, their love spanning centuries. More of a meditative character study than a horror film, it's a poetic and melancholic reflection on art, existence, and time. 5. Dracula, 1931. The film that started it all? Bela Lugosi's portrayal of Count Dracula defined the vampire archetype, setting the standard for decades to come. While it may seem dated to modern audiences, its gothic atmosphere, eerie performances, and legendary influence make it essential viewing for any vampire film lover. 4. Interview with the Vampire, 1994. Based on Anne Rice's iconic novel, Interview with the Vampire is a sweeping gothic horror drama that explores the emotional torment of immortal life. Starring Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and a young Kirsten Dunst, the film beautifully captures the loneliness, hunger, and eternal suffering of vampires, all wrapped in stunning period visuals. 3. Nosferatu, 2024. Robert Eggers reimagines the silent classic Nosferatu, bringing a terrifying and atmospheric vision of the vampire legend. With its eerie cinematography and a monstrous Count Orlok, this film reminds us why Nosferatu remains one of the most haunting vampire stories ever told. If you love slow-burn horror and unsettling imagery, this is a must-watch. 2. Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992. Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula is a lavish and operatic adaptation of the original novel, blending gothic horror with romance. Gary Oldman delivers an unforgettable performance as Dracula, while the film's stunning visuals, practical effects, and hauntingly beautiful love story make it a masterpiece of the genre. 1. Let the Right One In, 2008. At number 1, we have Let the Right One In, a chilling yet deeply emotional vampire film that redefines the genre. This Swedish masterpiece follows a lonely boy who befriends a mysterious girl, only to discover she's a vampire. With its eerie atmosphere, hauntingly beautiful cinematography, and emotional depth, this is more than just a horror film. It's a poetic and tragic love story that lingers long after the credits roll. And that's our list of the top 10 best vampire movies of all time. Do you agree with our ranking, or do you have a favorite vampire film we missed? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of cinema. Until next time, stay out of the shadows. Unless you're looking for a vampire story